Today I will be talking about check raising from the big blind on dry boards. I'm talking about this because I just finished a session last night where this maybe semi-pro looking young player was just check raising from the big blind aggressively, literally almost every hand. I don't know if he was tilted or if he knew the frequencies he's supposed to check raise from the big blind, but it was really causing my table me, because I was card dead and I wasn't running into him. I think he check raised me once on an 8-3-3 board, and he's playing any two cards. So I laid down like a 9-10 or something like that. But I respected his frequency, and he was getting a lot of folds. He seemed comfortable for a while. His aggressive style was definitely putting people in uncomfortable spots. But he did end up bluffing off his entire stack for about $2,000 on a huge all-in river bet on a mono club board or something like that. There was like 3 or 4 clubs, and the caller had pocket kings, an overpair, but no club. And he, you know, chucked his cards at the dealer, looked really upset, bought back in, and then went on monkey tilt and pissed away another 2,000, another 3,000, and then a new player at the table. As we were absorbing this player's chips, a new player at the table was like, "This guy bought in for 2,000. He can't do that because the max is 1,500." And the tilt guy got up and went to another table. So I was like, "What the hell? Don't send him away. He's sending everyone money. The more money he has, the better." Okay, but before he went on monkey tilt, I did like his style of play. So moving up to 2-5 this year, I'm seeing more aggression. Generally pre-flop, a lot of 3 betting, 4 betting, and I'm getting these ranges down pretty good, so I know where people stand. But not so much of this check raising on the big blind or on different boards. I don't see that too often. So my question is, am I doing it too infrequently? Is this maybe a player that plays at higher stakes and check raises like an insane amount, like 5-10 at 5-10, and everyone plays like this? I don't know, probably, but I'm going to learn from this and see if I can do the right thing. So let's bring up Pile Solver. All right, I just solved the tree. So this is a 100 big blinds. This is my out of position big blind range. It's in position, like hijack. And we will do strategy. So let's check the flop. This is Jack, club, 6 club, 2 diamonds. And then this is more or less a c-bet every time from the in position player. And now we have a small bet. There is actually quite a bit of check raising on this relatively dry board. It's not the driest because there's definitely a club draw and maybe got shots out there. But the raising percentage is almost 17%, which is pretty significant. This is against a small bet. What are we check raising? For value, 6s, jacks, king jack, ace jack. Those are for value. Check 10. What type are they using? Diamonds, so backdoor draw. And then a lot of these, all the club draws, a lot of club draws are check raising. Oh, almost every club draw. Look at all these king club draws, ace club draws, ace club draws. All right, so in this hand it's club draws. Those are. Then we have a second pair with a shit kicker. Club draws, straight draws, backdoor flush draws, and that's value down here. Okay, 17%. That's pretty significant check raising. What goes away when the bet size gets bigger? You start calling these flush draws more often. You're not check raising the ace jack, the king jack. You still are check raising the 2s and the 6s. And against the big bet, it's the middle pair that seems to choose it more frequently. 7-6, 6-5. This is kind of a loose range. I just noticed I have all the offsuits here. Maybe we'll be calling that. I know that's loose for deep stack cash. But let's say there's a small bet and a raise. What do I do here? What am I calling with? Mostly just calling. I can re-raise kings, queens. Anything that's wild that I'm calling with. All the jacks. All the flush draws. Backdoor. Straight and backdoor flush draws. Everything else kind of folds out against the check raise. So you have to have value. Uh, the backdoor flush draw pairs. Okay. So 17% on this board. Would I choose those? Would I check raise? Yeah, actually, I probably check raise the appropriate percentage here because I will take those club draws. Maybe I'm not, maybe a little bit, I call that passively. Maybe I should be a little bit more aggressive with the club draws. I do probably check the sets. Twos, sixes, yes, I almost always raise those. I don't choose the 6-5. And I don't go for this like thin value here. Maybe I should go for more thin value. Like ace jack sounds pretty good. Thin value, that's what I'm going to add to that. Now I'm going to do one of these GTO trainers. This is not it. This is big blind. This is literally one hand that I ran because I don't have many big blind things in my range or in my memory. Mostly it's low jack versus button, but okay. Check. We'll say this is a bet here. And then there's a raise. This call, I think this is just a fold. Okay, so let's bring this spot. So that immediately, the first hand I'm on the browser. Queen 4-3. Similar dry board with a little. Keep saying these are dry. They're not that dry. There's a flush draw. But say there's a bet and then backdoor. Lots of. So once again, it's like 17%. Quite a bit of raising. Maybe that makes sense. So value, value. Good draw, good draw, good draw. Light value. We got spade, flush draw. Weak queens are not raising. Queens with spades are raising. Okay, let's do one more. I'm gonna run a scenario, see if I can do like random. We'll go with the king. I don't know how long this is gonna take to run. Probably not good to run it while I'm doing the video. Come on. Come on. Go. Alright. We'll just give it a quick look-see. Right. What are they already doing? This is probably going to be a check. Check. I know this person's not betting this, so we'll check. Bet 2. At this point. Because it's kind of interesting to see as it works. It runs through scenarios, and then every time you refresh it, it shows it refines its decision making process. And I know this is a board because that is going to end up being checked by this player all the time. So I'm going to wait till that happens. But it gives you a percentage of how well solved this is. Accuracy setting. So give us an accuracy setting. Give one to me. We'll just go back to it real quick. See, now everyone's checking. Okay, so this is going to be more accurate. Check. In position on a king board. This is really dry. Bet 2. Still, okay. It's a king board. Shouldn't probably be check raising so much on a king board because the imposition player has a lot of kings. Probably of all the dry boards, it's the best. But they do go for thin value with king queen, king jack, king 8. That's real value. Set of 8s, that's real value. Set of 4s, that's real value. King 4, that's real value. Bluffs, small percentage. That's the solver trying to figure out things. I don't see any like real bluffs right now. They're just trying to find the bluffs. Let's redo it and more checks. Check, check, check. Yeah, gets more and more checked. More and more, and then bet. And now where are they finding the bluffs? Middle pair. Again, on these dry boards. I think it likes middle pair with backdoor draws. So I think I would be check raising middle pair, weak kicker, backdoor draws on dry boards as bluffs. Maybe because it's hidden. If I if it goes, I check raise and then another king comes, it's kind of, or another eight comes, kind of unexpected. Maybe a six comes or seven comes. Two pair, blasting away at a king. Also, there's backdoor straight draws. I guess the logic is maybe there's check raising. Any two cards above an eight has to fold. Why are you not check raising four? What are you calling? You're just calling. I don't know that logic. Let's go to exploitable. Okay, so it's still quite exploitable. We need it to be more accurate. More checking, more checking. All right, now the bets are big more frequently. Let's see what happens in big bet. Now it's just huge value. You don't go for the thin value. No thin value check raises. You go for the big value. Two pair. Set, set. Straight draw, straight draw. So, straight draw. So they're finding bluffs with the straight draws. Any backdoor. Looks like they prefer the backdoor with the straight draw. 7-5 clubs, not as much bluffed. It called, just also called a lot, quite frequently. Sevens are just folded. All right, last one. Strategy. Check. Small bet. Small value. With lots of bluffs. Big bet. Only large value. Not many bluffs. Small bet. A lot more bluffs. Oh, they use it. Ace 5. Ace 6. Backdoor. The aces with the backdoor. That's interesting. Aces with the backdoor, and then here they also do the, there's quite a few. Almost 16, 17%. All right, that's enough. We've learned. Let's go back here. I need to do it more frequently. 15% of time against small bets. Bluffs are backdoor against small bet. Can check raise for thin value. Is this now going to be in my brain? Do I now know how to use this? Nope. I gotta have to drill it. I'm going to play it with the GTO trainer. Drill it in. Analyzing the frequency that this guy was check raising on dry boards. Way too much. It was over 50%. 15%, beautiful. 50%, you'll piss your stack away. Okay, have a great day.